Yo, 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 how goes it, and welcome aboard CardboardSim. Got a couple minutes here before we start. Hey Val, how's it going, my man? Yeah, let me know what type of sim gear you got, man. I'm interested in seeing that. Oh man, so today is going to be a lovely flight over to Sedona. Let me finish getting that set up in here. Alright, we are loaded. I think it should be pretty chill as far as our altitude goes. I don't think I have anything too crazy. Let's see, we got 66 there, 7. So we'll go about 10. Go about 10. I think we should be good there. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. All right. All right, let's get this thing cranked up. Brakes are set. Battery and test lights are good. Warm up a little bit. Get some beacon and a nav going. And let's see if we get some ATIS today. ATIS is on a 118.
Partners contact clearance delivery on 119.2. Advise on initial contact you have information mine. Albuquerque International Sunport, information mine. 0052 Zulu. Wind 180 at 3. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3020. Arriving and departing runways 26, 21, 12. Bird activity in vicinity of airport visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 119.2. Advise on initial contact you have information Mike.
Okay, we have Mike. quick here. Let me know if I need to adjust that music any. It's kind of, like I said yesterday, it was kind of hard for me to really tell how it sounds on your guys' end. All right, so let's go runways and see what we got going on here. Excuse me. So we'll see if we can take. Oh, runway 26 is not being used according to this. So we either get 3 or 2-1. This is going to be a long taxi. We'll see what they give us though. Albuquerque clearance, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is at General Aviation, looking to pick up VFR clearance to Sedona at 10,000. Clear VFR to Sedona on departure. Maintain VFR at or below 10,000. Departure on 127.4. Squawk 4233. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready.
Contact ground on 121.9 when ready. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Nice, Val. That's what's up, man. Happy for you. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot better when you can touch things, you know? It's just something about it. It's a great feeling. And then when you get to a point where you got so many things going on and everything is all physical, man. It's just like I was talking about yesterday, man. It's just, there's no comparing to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our taxi clearance. Albuquerque ground, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa's ready to taxi.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque International Sunport ground, taxi to runway 12 via Bravo 6, Bravo Charlie Alpha Alpha 1 cross runway 08, then Echo 1, contact tower on 120.3 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 12 via Bravo 6, Bravo Charlie Alpha Alpha 1, cross runway 08, then Echo 1. Contact tower on 120.3 when ready for departure. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Okay. Let's turn off. There we go. Okay, cool. So only one button I haven't figured out in the autopilot. VNav isn't listed as VNav in the settings menu. Oh, I would have to look that up. I want to say your VNav would be let me think about that for a second. Let me get this thing off the ground. So we're doing runway 12, which is there's 21, there's 12. So it's gonna be Bravo 6, Bravo Charlie Alpha. Bravo 6, Bravo Charlie Alpha, Alpha 1 cross runway 8 Echo 1. Okay. So this is pretty much taking it all the way down. Pretty much what you're telling me. Take this down. Yeah. Alright, cool. So let's get some taxi lights going. Brake check. Okay. Brakes are good. Gonna get first notch flaps in. All the way down. Go and check control surfaces. That goes up, that goes down, that goes up, that goes down. Everything feels good there. Uh-oh. Somebody's in for a ride. That is funny. Oh man, even the guy on the little pushback cart is going around in circles with him. Oh man. You know one thing that we didn't do yesterday? We didn't have no conversation with Janet yesterday. She was pretty quiet. Let's check on her. Hey Janet, how you doing today?
I'm doing as well as a tour guide can do while sitting in a plane, which is to say, not great but not terrible either. Just like Toby when he tried to impress a girl by parachuting out of a plane and forgot to check his parachute. Spoiler alert, he didn't impress anyone, especially not the ground.
Oh. Not good for him. Toby. Poor guy. Guy just doesn't learn, does he? Nice little long taxi day. This guy doing? Yeah, I need to move. What you doing there? Oh man. Well, I finally got my my other rudder pedals finally printed and installed. I posted a video earlier today about them. I forgot how long it took to print that thing. Pretty much 4 days to get everything printed. What is going on with that plane? You are all in. Everybody's having a bad day. He done parked, ran into the jetaway. Clear on final. We are clear down the runway. So landing next going. It's a nice view out here in Albuquerque. Guess I'll just get turned around right here. Or, I'll tell you what, it said, go right here. Albuquerque Tower, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is holding short, runway 12, ready for departure.
Bonanza 424, Romeo, Papa, Albuquerque International Sunport Tower, runway 12, winds 180 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. Let's go ahead and get departure in 127. Alright, cool. Alright, y'all. Let's get this thing rolling. Strobe lights, landing lights. Power set. Airspeed is alive. There's 60. Right. Gears coming up. Speed checks. Flaps coming up. And right hand turn out of here. Albuquerque Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is through 6,300 for 10,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque approach, radar contact.
Good climb out. Landing lights, taxi lights off. That's on 10,000. Let's go nav. And we are on our way. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see. Put you down about 5. Let's get a little bit more speed going here. Got a 2-knot headwind. Nothing too serious though. Okay. See what we got going on here. Okay. Okay, well, Val, mobiflight. Now, are you talking about mobiflight as far as Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? Well, it really doesn't matter. mobiflight works on both, actually. I'm waiting on Air Manager, but I have mobiflight working for FS 2020 and 24. Yeah. Air Manager is the issue right now. Yeah, mobiflight is rocking. They rocking and rolling. Yep. So that's the only thing that's holding me back from heading over to 2024. I mean, I've tinkered with it a couple times. I don't feel like messing with it no more right now. I'm gonna give them a few months to get their life together. In Air Manager, I was just in the Discord with Sim Innovations, which is pretty much Air Manager, and they were saying that we're probably about 3-4 months out before they even get the Air Manager app up and running, because they're working on the desktop side of things first. So it's all good. I have all the time in the world. I have 2024 installed. It works. But 2020 is solid, so we're going to keep rocking with 2020 until then. Oh, okay. Well, that's, for the most part, that's fairly easy. I mean, mobiflight is where it's at now. It's really not that hard to set things up. Now, does your autopilot panel, is it kind of like your, what I say, like your, like a 140 version, you know?
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque approach, contact Albuquerque Center on 133.65.
Going to 133.65 and then 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Albuquerque approach, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is level at 10,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque Center, good morning. Albuquerque altimeter 29.901.
29.901, Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa. Oh, okay. So So the 140, so it's pretty much kind of like mine. So you have your autopilot, you have your heading, nav, approach, your rev, your altitude, your arm, barometer, your up and down, and then your dual rotary encoder. Ah, okay. So if I remember correctly, it won't display. Can you even get? I don't know if you can get. Can you get VNav out of a 140? I mean, you should. So, okay, so I'm trying to think. Yo, Jimmy, what it do? What it do? What it do, my friend? Oh, yours don't have no screen to display anything. Okay, so it's kind of like that new, but like the real sim gears, whatever you call that one. I can't think of the name of it. Matter of fact, ask Jimmy. Jimmy might be able to help you out with that. Okay, so Jimmy, Val's got an autopilot panel, and he's trying to figure out how to get VNav. You're a real pilot, so you can help him out with that probably a little better than I can. Okay. I really want to say that's a good one. What plane? Okay. They're putting in the new garments. So, what exactly? So, Val, what are you trying to? I mean, so you're trying to use VNav, correct? But if it doesn't have VNav, then you should be able to just go off your. Well, your nav is your. Be LNAV, if I remember correctly. And then you would just pitch for speed, if that makes sense. But you wanna alter it so that you actually have VNav regardless. So yeah, I mean, even if you wanted to do that, you still could. It, like I said, just going through mobiflight and remapping that button. Now, which apparently in the in-game says VNav doesn't exist. So I'm gonna have to look that up in mobiflight. I'm pretty sure VNav is in mobiflight. Mobiflight got a ton of stuff that you can play with. Well, then that would make sense, Val. Yeah, you can, if people are already doing it in mobiflight, then you shouldn't have no issues doing that with yours. Hey, Alan, how's it going, my man? Nice, Jimmy. That's what I'm talking about. Man. I didn't do much Black Friday in the day. I did some grocery shopping. That was about it. Man, that's a good deal. I'm glad you got it. I need to go find me one. I can't complain, Alan. Life is good. I'm kind of enjoying the off season a little bit, you know. I mean, I'm still working, of course. I still got projects and things like that I'm doing, but the workload has slowed down, so it feels good to just kind of spend some more time with the family and spend some more time in the sim. Yeah, Val, you know, when it comes to mobiflight, like I said, you know, it in the beginning it could be overwhelming, but once you understand how to maneuver in it, man, you'll be flowing through it. You'll customize so much. I mean, and then the cool thing about mobiflight too is, if there is a preset that's not in there, you can always create it yourself. That's the gorgeous thing about mobiflight. Like for the most part, all of my switches were already presets. Like, you know, like your main functions, your landing lights, taxi lights, your P dots, you know, landing gear, things like that. All of those were already in there. Where I had to get funny was, like I said, with my flap lever and figuring out how to get the lights to work the way I want them to work. Those was probably the hardest one, but once I figured it out, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Nice. Yeah, if you run into any issues with that, Jimmy, let me know. Also, still have to learn to practice the RNAV approaches, so I don't use VNav a whole lot currently, so I can wait to figure it out. Well, okay, so when I'm doing approaches, like if I'm doing an IFR approach, this is how I do mine. So let's say I'm on GPS, and you know, I'm looking at my approach fix, and I just make sure that I am at my final approach fix at the altitude that it says it's at. So let's just make it one. Let's just say ready is the final approach fix for whatever airport we're landing. Let's say Sedona, and the final approach fix is at 2,000. So I'm going to make sure that I am at 2,000 feet once I get to that approach. Once I hit that final approach fix, what I'll do, now mind you, I'm in nav mode. So I'm autopilot, I'm nav mode, and my altitude is set to 2,000. Once I hit my final approach fix, then I'll hit approach on my autopilot. And of course, you got to make sure that your nav radio, your nav 1 is tuned to the ILS approach, or pretty much your ILS frequency at that runway that you're landing on. And then once you hit it, you hit approach, and then the plane will pretty much follow the glide slope all the way in. I'm not completely perfect at it. But I have the basics down. Okay, Alan, I will check those videos out after the flight tonight. Yeah, I definitely gotta check those out. So the indicator lights, what you want to, how do I explain this? How can I explain this? So for an indicator light, so for instance, my up and my down landing gear lights, that'd probably be the easiest way. So you want to put your indicator lights on the output side and not the input. And then once you get that set up on the output, you want to have it connected to whatever it is that's causing that light to turn off and on. So I have mine set up to where when my landing gear goes up, I channel my up light. I use the preset landing gear in transit, because in the Bonanza, when the gear is in transit, the transit light comes on, and then once the gear is done moving, the light goes off. So I use that preset for that. And then the green, which is my down indicator, once the gear is locked down, then that light turns green. So the indicator lights are fairly simple for the most part. Like I said, it can get tricky depending on what you're trying to do. And like my stall warning light over here, you probably can't see it, but I have a stall warning indicator as well. So I have the stall warning set so that once the aircraft, begins to stall and you start getting the oral tone, my light will slowly start coming in. So that one is pretty self-explanatory. Now when it comes to, now you're talking about dimming your indicators as well, or you're talking about dimming other, like your glare shield lights? Still having issues with 2024 not responding to my SciTech instruments, but it recognizes the yoke and rudder and throttle. So, Alan, are you using SPADNEX? Because I know I've seen some guys and they're not having any issues with any of their Logitech panels. They've been using SPADNEX, and because SPADNEX doesn't work off of, it's not necessarily talking strictly to the sim. It's actually talking via FSUIPC. if I remember correctly. So and you shouldn't be using the Logitech or the what you call it, the SciTech drivers, because those things, they suck. I haven't used SciTech in a long time, but I even when I first started, or when I did have SciTech, when SPEC came around, I only used SPEC. On the rotary using PWM because the lights are 12 volt. Ah, okay. Well, that's easy to do in mobiflight. I don't think there's actually a video on how to dim lights, but I mean it would still be the same thing. You know, you run your, so you have your rotary encoder, right? And then you know, you run your ground, you run your 5 volt and 12. So you're gonna have a step down from the 12 volt into the 5 volt to the Arduino, correct? Woo, those are pricey. Now what you could do, Jimmy, in the meantime, while you're getting things slowly set up, I don't know if you're connected with mobiflight in the Discord, but they have tons of information that's not on YouTube. And, you know, somebody might be able to answer that question for you a little bit better than I can. I've been wanting to do dimming off of mobiflight. I just never really got around to doing it. But that would be something that you could definitely ask in the Discord if it's not already been talked about, which I'm pretty sure it has. Right, so the MOSFET, because if you don't run the MOSFET, you'll fry some stuff real quick. And that's what allows you to regulate all of that stuff. But yeah, you should still be able to combine the on-off switch and dim them with the encoder. So it's all gonna be programmed. So like for instance, like when if I were to turn my battery switch off, then my flap light will go off. All of my lights are connected through mobiflight to my battery switch. So if my battery switch is not on, none of these lights come on. So you have that set, and then you'll have your rotary encoder set up as well. So wherever you have your rotary encoder at the time that mobiflight starts, when you hit your battery switch, that's the brightness of those LEDs. So if you had it all the way on dim and you hit the battery switch, those lights will be dull, if that makes sense. So that you can definitely do that. Right now I don't actually have a dim switch right now. I can go into mobiflight and actually dim them through mobiflight if I wanted to, though. Yeah, it's that's definitely doable. Can't see why. Okay, Alan. So 2024. Well, let me step back. So FSX in 2020 was pretty much the same. They used the same coding. 2024 is a whole different monster. Like, the coding is totally different from 2020. That's why so many people are having so many issues with certain things, because it's got to learn how to talk to 2024's, you know, processor, or its brain, I guess you can say. But I know people that use SPADNex, all their stuff is functioning well with 24. Now, I mean, you could ride the wave out and see if maybe they'll do an update and maybe they'll connect, or maybe uninstalling the drivers and maybe reinstalling them and see if maybe, you know, that would help, like just doing a fresh install. I think what I'm gonna start doing to add to the list, because, you know, I'm gonna be honest, there's really not a lot of mobiflight tutorials out there. I mean, other than the ones that Sebastian, you know, himself has spoken about on his updates, as you know, as he built mobiflight. And then you have Captain Bob, who, you know, he's been around for ages, and you know, he was kind of one of the tutorial guys outside of the mobiflight platform, you know, to show, you know, how to use a toggle switch, and, you know, how to use an encoder and things like that. So I might take a chance and start diving into that and kind of create my own little mobiflight series. If that's something that y'all are interested in, you know, y'all let me know, and I'll start putting together, you know, some videos here and there, you know, and I'll create a whole nother playlist just for how to in mobiflight, something like that, and just start breaking down like how to do certain things. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a perfectionist at mobiflight, but I'm pretty solid in what I've done. So, and if it's something that I can't answer, I can get you in the right direction and get you to the right people that can help you. And maybe not, I'll even figure it out myself just so I can learn some more about it. Oh, Jimmy, you on a roll, man. That moon is gonna be built by the end of the year. Okay, Jimmy and Val, I'll put that on my to-do list, and I'll start seeing what I can do. Yeah, I'll tell anybody that's really serious about their sim build, mobiflight is a must, in my opinion. I mean, unless you're buying, you know, plug and play systems, mobiflight is a must. Like I said, I mean, it's just because it's so Like, you can do anything with it. Any aircraft that you could pretty much think of, you could pretty much build any cockpit just out of mobiflight. You know, as far as like switches and lights and things like that. Well, we gonna make sure we keep you on top of this one. All right, Jimmy. I'll be checking in with you frequently, making sure that you making progress. Yo, Sess, what's up? How's it going, mate? Oh yeah, I mean, and I've never even messed with that in Air Manager, but I've looked at that before. Nah, like mobiflight program is not even really programming. It's just understanding how it works, and it's like you're not necessarily coding. You're just using the functions that, I mean, there can be a little bit of coding, and I mean, it just depends on how crazy you really get with it, you know. Like for instance, my battery and generator test panel over there on the right hand side. Like I said, that thing serves absolutely no purpose but for me to hit the switch and the light comes on. It's just another function. It looks cool. It just kind of adds to the immersion. So I have the two LEDs and I have a toggle switch. I have the toggle switch set to, well, I created a mobiflight variable for it, so it's not a preset. So it just pretty much creates its own power source through mobiflight that talks to the LEDs. So when I hit the switch, it tells the LEDs to turn on. And so you got to do a string. And I just do, when it's on, that'll be a +1. When it goes off, it's a -1. So those are the values that I have. And then all I did was connect it to the LEDs so that when that switch hits and it has a sim value of 1, it sends the signal to the LEDs to say, okay, if that value equals 1, then we need to turn on. And then when the value goes to 0, all right, if the value doesn't equal 1, then I should be off. Stuff like that. But that's about as much coding that you really got to do. I think it only really gets crazy when you start trying to do like a whole 737, you know, overhead panel or something like that. And you got these generator switches that's talking to the APU, and then you got that and this. Oh Lord, I can't even imagine. Accent is 8 out of 10. I gotta work on it. Hey Janet, do I sound like an Australian?
Well, I can't say for certain if you sound like an Australian, but if you did, you'd probably be telling me about kangaroos and how they can box better than Toby after a few too many drinks. And trust me, that's a sight to behold.
Oh, that's not fair, Janet. You're supposed to be on my side. Oh, Jimmy, I tell you what, you let me know when you get on this side of town, and I promise you, I'm clearing my whole schedule just to do that. Oh yeah, I mean, you don't even really have problems. I mean, it's just more so figuring out how to. I haven't done the PWM with a rotary encoder, and now that you're talking about it, it makes me want to dive into it now, because I would like to be able to control these my panel lights, my LED strips underneath, all off of dimmer switches. Like I pretty much just set the lights and they're just like that 24/7. I don't even turn them off. But it would be cool to matter of fact, this LED strip here, the newest one I put in, as well as the 2 strips that I have behind it, those are both 5 volts. So that's already a plus, because you know Arduinos run off of 5 volts anyway. So all I would have to do is just then, I mean, but then that's my next question though. If that's already 5 volts, do I still need a MOSFET to control the voltage? But if mobiflight already has PWM installed within the software, and these are 5 volts, then technically I should be able to just run them straight in on a, I mean, I would have to obviously, I guess, code it in a sense, but would I have to use a MOSFET or some type of relay to still dim? I guess would be my question. That's what I'm saying, like that's why I haven't done it yet, because that's kind of like, yeah, I ain't really messed with it yet. Hey Janet, why don't you say hello to SayIntentions?
Hello, SayIntentions. I hope you're enjoying the view as much as Toby enjoyed that time he tried to impress a girl by doing a handstand on a moving train. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well for his dignity or the train's schedule.
Well, there you go, Sess. Janet says hello. Okay, so I guess my question is, would have enough power to run a 5 volt LED? Is that what you're saying? Hey Janet, SayIntentions says that my Australian accent is not that bad.
Well, if your Australian accent is not that bad, then I suppose it's better than Toby's attempt at speaking French. He once tried to order a croissant in Paris and ended up asking for a crocodile instead. The waiter just stared at him like he'd grown a second head. Toby. Oh, I gotta meet this guy. A string of them. So this string of LED here that's in my you know, my panel, I guess you could say. I guess the reason why I feel like it would make sense, because if 5 volts is powering the whole strip, then why wouldn't 5 volts off of the Arduino okay. Well, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry and just use a MOSFET then. Because that would be cool if I can actually get my lighting
to power on and off with my battery switch, that would be cool. It wouldn't be so bad, but you know, everything has now turned into like these little wireless remotes, you know? So I don't want to have that'll be what? I'll have 2 extra, well actually 3. I forgot about this LED strip down here too. So that means I would have 3 different controllers in here hanging around somewhere just for me to be able to dim the lights and all that stuff from here. I'd rather just do it all by one encoder if that was possible. No, the all the LED strips are all being ran off of a USB hub. But if I could get it to run off the Arduino, I would definitely be swapping it over. I actually got to get back there again for probably the 3rd time and do another cable management. Those are the days I dread. I gotta do some cleaning up back there behind the panel. It's pretty messy, shall I say? So I gotta get it cleaned up, you know, because over the course of the last, I don't know what, I say over the last 6 months, you know, I've done a lot of changes, additions. You know, I was trying to work on my force feedback system, and then that kind of flopped. So, you know, there's just a lot of obsolete items back there and wires that aren't really running to anything. They're just dangling back there. So I definitely got to take one day and pull the sim back and get back there and get my cables and stuff back in order. Okay, so you can get an old 5-volt transformer, hook it up to the MOSFET, then the output of the Arduino would go to the MOSFET to change the PWM. Huh. Okay. Yeah, well that's pretty simple. I just need to get my hand on the transformer. And I need to order me some MOSFETs. Which ones are you using? I have to order me some off of Amazon. Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll get that I'll get me a 5-volt transformer and order me some MOSFETs, and I'll tinker with that sometime next week whenever they come in. You know, and it's another thing too that I learned that and it's crazy. Out of all the years of my life,
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, contact Albuquerque Center on 132.9er.
Switching to 132.9er, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, good day. Albuquerque Center, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is level at 10,000.
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque Center, good morning, Zuni, altimeter 29.901.
29901, bonanza 4, Romeo Papa. Okay. Alright, Seth. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, man. We'll catch up with you on the next one. Okay, so all right. Well, I appreciate that information. I will be I'll be getting those things on order. Not tonight, tomorrow. Cause that would help me out so much. Liking these speeds, man. 162 on the ground. And that's leaned out. I only have a 2-knot headwind. I should at least be doing, you know, 170, 175 on the ground. That's perfect, Jimmy. That's all I needed to hear. Yep. Man, there is nothing out here, y'all. And yet I still see roads. About 122 miles out. 45 minutes to go. See, this is where it's going to get tricky because after Sedona, I got to really plan this out. I mean, either way, some of these ones are just gonna be long, man. So what I'm thinking about doing is after Sedona, I'm thinking about shooting over to Vegas. I probably won't land in McCarran. I'll land at that other field. I can't think of the name of it right now, but at least we'll do a fly over Vegas. And then from there, I need to tiptoe into Cali and get out of there because I don't want to be in Cali. I I don't want to spend a whole lot of time in California. I just want to get in there, say I touched down in Cali, and then get out. Because, sorry, Lord have mercy. Man, long day, fighting with people all day. But, I want to get over to Utah. And I'm thinking from where I'm going to be at in Cali, north. Right. Okay, yeah. It's the one that will be north of Vegas. Well, there's one that's just south of McCarran. Well, there's really three of them because you got south of McCarran. Yeah, and then you have the air base there. I know it, I just can't think of it. Ellis. You got Ellis Airport. Is it Ellis? I think it's Ellis. And then you got the one like to the north. Matter of fact, while we're riding, let's take a look at it real quick. There's McCarran. So you got Henderson Executive, which is south. You got okay, North Las Vegas. Which I think that's the one I was talking about. And then there's Ellis, which is, I think it's Ellis Air Force Base. Nellis, not Ellis, Nellis. Jesus, I'm talking crazy. So what I could do is just fly. I could go to North Vegas. And then maybe tiptoe over to what's this, Ridgecrest? And then maybe go up to Reno. I'm thinking. Because either way, after Cali, these flights about to get a little lengthy. Because from there, then I got to get up to Oregon. Or Tahoe. Okay, I'll make sure I'll stop at Bend. I got somebody else, they want me to stop off in Dickinson, North Dakota. So I got that one locked in for them. Yeah, so these next few flights is gonna be, well, the one to Vegas is not gonna be too bad, but then after that it's gonna get kind of wild going north from there. I won't really start getting back to, you know, the shorter hour flights until probably once I get back over to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Ohio type stuff. I was just talking with the wife earlier today. I'm like, I'm trying to complete this whole 48 tour before the end of the year, and then I started doing some adding. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even have enough days to do all the states in one day. But what I'm probably going to end up doing is, once I get to, you know, New England side of town, I'll probably do, you know, I'll probably double and triple down on some of those days and just do like let's say for instance I take off from Vermont, you know, then I'll do like a Vermont touch and go into Massachusetts, take back off, you know, maybe land down in Connecticut, you know, do a touch and go there real quick, you know, that way I can at least say I've touched down on all those states, so that way I can bring it all together. So come December 31st, I'm hoping to be flying out of Virginia, headed back to North Carolina on December 31st. And what I'll probably end up doing on that one, I don't know, I'll probably just keep it the same, honestly. I mean, because I don't go nowhere on New Year's. I'm in the house on New Year's. So I might just, well, the flight from Virginia to North Carolina is not going to be, I should be back on the ground before New Year's. Yeah, Val, I'm going to have to do those touch and goes, man. Because what, this is leg 14? So, and we got what, 31? How many days we got? This was the days of 29. So 31, 32, 33. So we got 33 more days. And I still got, how many more? 14, 3, I'm horrible at math, so 14, so that's what, 30, so I still got 34, 33. Did I say that right? I might have messed that all up. Oh, that's cool. How long was that flight? I think I'm like a day or two shy, something like that. But like I said, once I get over there, I'll do some touch and goes on the smaller ones. I actually might be able to finish this thing out before New Year's. did some flying, man. Yeah, you definitely did some flying. That's one thing I miss about when I was in the Air Force. I miss the flying, man. I miss the flying and my peoples. You know, it was just constant, man. We stayed, and there was only about, I think there was maybe 12 or 13 FCCs where I was at, man. So there would be times, man, where we would literally hit the ground and have just enough time to go home for a night, and then was back in the bird the next day, headed back out. That's a lot of flying. Now, well, I'm pretty sure it's a FAA thing. It's not just a military thing. So, if I remember correctly, you're only allowed, 14 hours? But I don't know if that's a military thing or what. But from the time you start your day or whatever until, you know, you have 14 hours to do whatever you can get out of that day. Or is it different for general aviation? Oh, wow. No autopilot. Woo, that's a lot of trimming. Ah, okay. That's cool. Whew. That's a lot though. In one day. Well, I know in the military we I think depending on the mission itself, the average day is like 14. No, I'm lying. It's 16 hours. We're allowed 16. Well, the pilots are allowed 16 hours. From the time they wake up until they got to be out of that seat, or engines not running, I guess you could say. And I mean, we've had missions that literally take every bit of 16 hours to do. Those are long days. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, we get pretty low in 130s, man. Like I said, some of the fun ones we used to do is when we be in Africa, and like we would head out of Djibouti, and we'll head out to, like, you know, Uganda, Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, and man, we'll get out there sometimes, man, and we'll drop, you know, 100 feet off the deck, and we'll open up the ramp and door in the back, and me and the load masters, man, we'll just lock in, and we'll literally be sitting on the edge of the ramp, and the AC is up there yanking and banking, man, and we just out there looking at wildlife, man. Some fun times. That bird can do some things when it want to. I mean, it's not fast by any means, but we can yank and bank when we want to. And then, of course, you know, we can land in places that most planes can't land. Yeah, talk about crazy, man. I've got plenty of stories to talk about. Like one of the ones that always bother me, but it's a cool little trip. So we would fly to Turkey. We stayed the night there, and then we would go to Cyprus. Crazy thing is, Cyprus ain't but a hop skippity way from where we're at in Turkey. But because those two don't get along, we had to fly around into international waters. So what could take, you know, 30 minutes or so, 30-40 minutes to get over there, do what we gotta do and get back, it takes us 2 hours to get around. But then we gotta sit there and wait for our clearance to be able to go back. So a whole day is gone on a flight that should only take 30-40 minutes each way. Yeah, I mean, we don't cruise that fast. It's really not that fast. I think we mid 200s, give or take 10 knots. That's about all we get. I mean, unless we catch a jet stream. Yeah, man. I've been to over 62 different countries, man, and played around on 9 different islands. So I can say I've seen the world for sure. Oh wow. So let's see. Right now, I am. What'd you say? You said you're trued at 159 on 10 gallons an hour. So right now, the sim, I am burning just over we'll just say 14 gallons, and my true is 163 right now. And that's about all I can get. 'Cause if I lean out anymore, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that too much. But that's at 10,000. I'm gonna have to test and see what I have to. Well, first for starters, I gotta fix my wow, that thing burning some fuel. Sound like an old V8. As soon as you crank it up, 4 gallons is burnt already. Now I have to fix my my fuel tank switch. One of my wires came loose, and see that's why I got to get back there and do some cable management and wire management, because I actually have a fuel tank selector down here by my feet like a Bonanza has. But I have my fuel set to unlimited just because this panel doesn't work for the time being, and I know why. I think my ground wire popped loose one time. I was tinkering with something, and there's a ground wire that's dangling back there. And I think that's the one, because everything else seems to work. So I just got to get back there and rewire that so I can get back to actually flying and actually, you know, keeping an eye on my fuel and stuff like that. Oh, you fly at 11 or 12. Ooh, you got 270. You got that big boy in there. So you're getting so you're doing 10 gallons at 12,000, and you're still pulling 159. Nice. Oh snap, you're all the way up to 15, 16. I haven't taken this. This is the highest I've pretty much flown. I mean, you know, of course it's a sim, but I normally always stay low. But it's actually kind of cool to be up here. I mean, you can capture the scenery, you know, from a different angle. Really see what's out here. Yeah, that's crazy. 16,000. Let's see here. Speaking of, what is elevation at Sedona? Elevation at Sedona is 4831. $23,000 feet. Oh my goodness. I remember being up in the air at about I think it was 18,000. I think we were right around 18,000, and we were, where were we at? can't remember where we was at. I think we was in Spain. I think we was down in Rota, Spain. And we were doing some Halo missions with the 82nd Airborne. And I remember going up in my this is my first time going up and doing that, and my low master was like, "Hey, you want to put an oxygen mask on?" I said, "You ain't got one on. I'm all right." He was like, "Well, I've trained for this." I'm like, "Hey, I'm all right." Man, when they depressurized the plane and opened up the ramping door, I felt like a balloon. I had got so lightheaded. I think he said I actually went out for a second and then came back, and he was like, "Put the mask on." I was like, "Okay." Oh man. Hey Braden, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. Yeah, I mean, after about the third or fourth one, I learned how to, breathe and all of that. But man, that first one, that one was for a ride. I mean, like I said, we was only at 18,000 at the time. I think the highest one that I rode on, where we actually did a Halo, we was doing some training down in South Africa, out in Pretoria with their Air Force guys and their jumpers, and we did a night Halo at like 28,000, and that was cool because we were above the clouds, so when you saw the guys jump out, like you saw them, and then they just kind of disappeared into the clouds. That was pretty cool. Hey, I'm doing good, Braden. Just hanging out. We're headed to Sedona right now. We just left Albuquerque. I am doing a lower 48 state tour right now, so we're on leg 14. I started off at my hometown in North Carolina, and I just been working my way over, and slowly working my way. Well, I'll be slowly working my way up and back around to hit back home before the New Year's. That's the goal. Hey, I understand. No worries, man. Things happen. We still here. Jimmy, the temps were actually, I can't quote you off the top of my head, but I do remember that the temps were not that bad. It wasn't like, I remember when they opened up the ramping door, like I didn't have to have no coat or nothing on. Like I just had my flight suit on. Hey Braden, I don't really know what's going on, but whatever is, I'm hoping and praying that everything works itself out for you. Yeah, that was a shocker to me too, Jimmy. Like that was South Africa in the dead of summer for them. So I don't know if that makes a difference, because it's hot down there. Ah, okay. Oh man, look, school. Ooh, Lord. You know, I knew when I graduated high school that was gonna be it for me. And you know, it's crazy. I actually had a scholarship for music, and I turned it down. I didn't want to do it because I know. I guess for me, college wasn't my thing. I was just ready to go and venture off into life and see what life was about. I wouldn't have been able to focus in college. Now I have taken some courses over the years, but you know, I don't have no college degree, nothing like that. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm like I said, I don't know what the temperatures were at 20 when we was there. I just know that I remember vividly it was 28,000. Now I know that, I mean, from what the jumpers was wearing, I mean, it was your typical Halo, you know, whatever they're pressurized, weatherproof, or you know, the suits that they wear. Oh, you say I'm doing another? You talking about another leg after I land here in Sedona tonight? Cause we're not that far out. We're 30 miles. We're about 11 minutes out. Yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing going on after this flight. I mean, if you want to go up, we can. Hey Jimmy, do you have 2020? FS 2020? You might have told me that already. I can't remember. Oh, we could do Discord voice. That's fine. I just have to get my Discord up and running. I don't have it on right now. Okay. Whenever you get your sim up and running, Jimmy, I have a Discord.
Bonanza for Romeo Papa. Contact Albuquerque Center on 128.125.
Going to 128.125. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. Good day. Albuquerque Center, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is level at 10,000. Yeah, I have a Discord, Jimmy, and
Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa, Albuquerque Center. Good morning. Wind slow altimeter 29.901.
29901, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa. I would love to have you over on the Discord. Me and some guys, man, we used to do a lot of flying before my workload got busy and just kind of took me away from the sim for about a month or so. So it's been pretty quiet over there, but we definitely do flying, and it's cool, man. We all just kind of load in and find a spot and just kind of fly around and hang out. Oh, Discord is easy, man. I mean, whenever that time comes, you know, no rush on it. But Discord is easy. You just download Discord, you get connected to the Discord, then you set up your, you know, your voice and your, you know, all your sounds and all of that. Set up your push to talk button, and you're on your way. Let's see here. Well, my next leg. It's more, I guess you say it's more like a bulletin board. So it's like, how do I explain it? It's almost like a Facebook group in a sense. But the cool thing about it is you have the option to actually really talk to each other, you know, live. So I guess it's like a mixture of the bulletin board and the Zoom. Braden, can your server, can it handle USA East, or are you too far out? Okay, Jimmy, that's cool. Brady. Okay, well then let's do
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, Sedona Airport at your 1 o'clock, 16 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Safe flight.
Changing to advisory frequency. Radar services are terminated. Squawk VFR. Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa. All right, and we are VFR.
Bonanza 4 Romeo Papa, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let me get this thing set up because we are 10 miles out. Let me pull up comms. 1, 2, 3. Sedona traffic, Bonanza 424 Romeo Papa is 9 miles to the east, inbound, runway 03, full stop, Sedona traffic. Sounds good, Jimmy. Hey, man, I appreciate you rocking with me again tonight, man. You have a good night, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, we got the field. Autopilot's coming off. And we'll start our descent. Tell you what, hey, let me get down on the ground, Braden, and if you want to go ahead and get loaded in, I'm coming in to Sedona right now, which is Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu. Change my settings once I land. And we got Sedona off to our left. Some more ground. I'm still high. Sedona traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is midfield. Left midfield, runway 03. Sedona traffic. Alright. Speed checks, first nitro flaps, and gear is coming down. Hey, 42, how's it going? Nice of you to stop in. Hope all is well. Sedona traffic, Bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is turning left base, runway 03, full stop. Sedona traffic. Gosh, I love Sedona. Caught us just in time, 4-2. Sedona traffic, bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is turning final, runway 03, full stop, Sedona traffic. Yeah, Braden, I'm actually not currently on the server right now. I gotta, I have multiplayer turned off at the moment. So once I land, I gotta get all that turned back on. Second notch of flaps coming in. Flow. Alright, cool. Hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes. Okay. Welcome to Sedona, everyone. Sedona traffic, bonanza 424, Romeo Papa is clear, runway 03, Sedona traffic. Okay. Hey Braden, once I park, I'm going to shut the stream down, and then I'm gonna get everything set back up, and then we can take it from there. So there we have it, everybody. Another leg down, and we're gonna continue this thing on tomorrow. So I guess we will catch each other on the next leg. Coming up with solutions for the DLSS. So okay, so 4-2, that is good to know. If that is the but you were saying that you have, so well then have you tried having your glass cockpit refresh rate all the way up? If it's even possible to make the blurry glass cockpit screens less blurry. And that's, so you want the blurry cockpit to go away using DLSS. Because if that's what's going on, then I'll know exactly what to research for you for tomorrow to give you a better answer. Braden, you're talking about as far as just seeing like just the cowling and the prop itself and not the rest of the plane? Okay, cool. Well, I will do some digging on that sometime tomorrow morning and throughout the day, and I'll have something for you tomorrow. Okay, so in order to achieve this setup, you're gonna have to go into your aircraft's CFG file, and you're gonna have to comment out the interior. So what that pretty much does is it takes everything from inside of your aircraft and makes it go away. So all you see is the wings and the cowling. And then if you ever want it all go back, then you just go back and uncomment that. If that makes sense. Okay, so is your monitor 4.2? Is your monitor 1080 2K or 4K? In the what server, Brayden? I'm confused. VR. That's right. VR is not. Okay. So I gotta figure out how to get the blurry out of the VR. But isn't the VR just the display of what your monitor is? Is that how that works? Like it's just really taking the Yes, SSE. You're right, Brayden. Yeah, and I think you will be able to again, Brayden. Like I said, I mean, 4.2. I think it just needs some work. There's a lot of bugs that needs to be handled in 2024. Okay, so in VR, can you change like the render? Oh my. Oh man. $15. Oh man. Okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna do some digging on that. So we need to get you with, for starters at least, we need to get your cockpit unblurred in VR. That's step one. And then from there we'll start working on trying to get the ghosting out of your system. I mean, but at 15, woof, that's a rough one. I could definitely understand the frustration on that. Okay. So I mean, as far as 2024, I mean, it's just, if you don't already have like a top end setup, it's going to struggle, just because 2024 is just, it's just not, 2024 was not ready to be released when they released it. And that's my opinion on it, because there's just way too many, but I don't want to talk about it like that either, because nothing is really completely perfect out the box. So this is what I would say. I would say continue to rock with 2020, and then just pop your head in 2024 here and there, because there's, I mean, we could change settings all day long, but if 2024 is not as optimized as it should be, and if you don't have fast internet and you don't have a decent, built sim, because 2024, like you said, it runs completely off the server. So it's a totally completely different monster that we're dealing with 2024. So if the baselines aren't there, it's going to be a struggle right now. I mean, you're getting 15 as we speak. Okay, 4-2. We'll talk more about it. I'll do some research on that for you though, and see what I can come up with though. We're gonna try to get you right. That's the goal. You have a good night, buddy. Yeah, Braden, that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream real quick, and then Braden, I'm gonna catch back up with you here in a few minutes. So that's it, everybody. Have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. It's CardboardSim signing out.